Test. Mic check. All right. Welcome to the 414 Morning Podcast. I'm Daryl.
I'm Armando.
All right. So this has just been weighing heavy on me for a while. I hate kids. I hate other people's kids. Most importantly, I hate other people's kids. It's just something about this current generation. I see them and it's like I'm glad that I'll probably be dead in the next 5 years from all the energy drinks and whatnot because I'm over y'all. I really am. I probably might have to increase my intake of energy drinks just to like get this over with sooner. I hate y'all.
I got scars unhealed that money can't fix it. My brother turned to snake just for that quickly. Gay love, they gay hate cause they mind will sick. I was 30 in the clock cause the pot got thick. Damn, change ain't change, only change switch clips. Gotta ride with that drum, keep that clip by my hip. See the pain in my verse every time you hear me spit. They told me keep my circle tight, but that bitch.
I don't like kids.
Before I respond,
Yeah.
ooh, that shit fire. What's that? That's Anthony Edwards when he drank that blue Gatorade.
But
if you know, you know. But no, I feel you, and that's why before I said these kids need their ass whooped.
Yeah.
But at this point,
It's too
I
late.
don't even think an ass whooping to do it. They need to get pistol whooped.
Mhm.
Like you need something serious. Like what happened to taking these kids and put them in juvenile detention centers?
Yeah.
Having them force them to do community service, like something just threatening that is stop this madness.
Scared straight, any of
Just
like
anything. Like the problem is the grown-ups are scared of the kids because they scared that they gonna get shot. But my thing on this whole thing is it's not all of the kids.
yeah.
Most kids are just following kids because they want to be cool. Out of the bunch, some of them can have hope. Some of them does have hope.
Yeah.
You know, some of them you can talk to, some of them you can't get through, but most times people see a group of kids and they just say, you know what, they a lost cause, and I'm not gonna say anything. But some of them don't want to be out there. Some of them just probably out there because of peer pressure and just the fact that, you know what, they go talk about me when I get to school, or they go talk about me on social media or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I feel like you not going to save a bunch. We say this at our job a lot too. You're not going to save everybody.
Yeah.
But you can't harp on the losses. You got to just take those wins as for whatever the percentages may be.
Yeah. But the thing for me is, and also I'm not putting this solely on the kids because it also is a responsibility of the parents. And I feel like the generation of parent that we have, they're making it a lot worse also. And to go along with that, I feel like a lot of them, they don't know how to process or like their emotions, behavioral and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because also like if you go to the schools, like you see these teachers, they're checked out.
Mm-hmm.
They're just over it. But I feel like that kind of like makes me go into this whole thing with the artist David or D4vd.
I know. Before we get into that,
Yeah.
you know, and I think the teachers are checked out only because you can't do anything to the kids. You can't say anything. They're going to be there anyways.
Mhm.
And with this participation generation, meaning like everybody get a trophy,
Yeah.
right? So meaning
Everybody
like,
gets a trophy. Everybody passes.
yeah, that's what I'm getting to. Like everybody passes. So it's like, I want to teach, but
What's the point?
yeah, you know, like you're going to pass him anyways,
Right,
whether he fell in or not.
Yeah, I just got to deal with you for what 200 some odd days.
Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
same thing with the parents. The parents are, like you said, like they don't know how to be parents.
No.
Before you even get into that topic, like even think about it was this young girl on social media that they were spreading around that she was like prostituting at like 13, 14 years old. But to find out the mom was putting her out there. The mom showed her the
Oh.
game. Right.
wow.
And then you look at like some of these TikToks, these girls doing all these trends and all this stuff, the parents are in there with them doing some of these TikToks that they shouldn't be doing. Like the parents are trying to be cool because the parents are still young themselves. They're still trying to be kids.
Yeah, because the thing that's wild for me, I don't know if you've ever seen it on TikTok, is like mom and daughter sitting next to each other and they're like doing the little thing until like they reveal like their bikinis or whatever. And it's like, okay, both are adult, but at the same time, mom is 30 some odd, 36, daughter is 18 or whatever. And it's just like you're really putting that out there, like, see, like mom look just as good as daughter. And it's just it's a competitiveness that I don't like, but it's also, again, it's that lack of maturity.
Yeah.
It's that lack of growth. And I feel like you've seen that over like the last like 20 years or whatever.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not putting that on like the kids entirely. It's the new parents as well. Yeah. And again, like you said, it's not everybody, but it's just the ones that you see more often. That's the ones that are giving everybody that bad look.
Yeah, and for the kids, I could put it on them too, because if you're smart enough to follow trends, if you're smart enough to replicate stuff that you see on social media, if you're smart enough to learn stuff off of what you see on social media, you're smart enough to understand right and wrong,
right,
and replicate what's right and not duplicate what's wrong. Yeah. Like to me, and yeah, it just I don't know, it's just a lot, because if you're smart enough to learn how to braid hair, if you're smart enough to learn these dances,
go to YouTube University,
right, you're smart enough to act accordingly and not act accordingly. That shows to me that if you were able to turn yourself into nothing and become a social media influencer, and all of a sudden you start getting paid off of YouTube and Facebook and IG and X and stuff like that, that shows me that you had the ability to become whatever you wanted to be.
Yeah, but also a lot of people, they don't realize is, we even are like still experiencing it. This grind is a lot harder than people think it is.
Yeah.
But that's one of the most popular things that a lot of these kids want to be. They want to be influencers. They want to have their own little channels and whatnot. And that's why it's like in school, I don't got to do that. Like, you know how many followers I got right now? And it's like, that's cool. But this could even just be a trend. This whole, like, because it's a bubble.
Yeah.
Eventually the bubble will burst. So they're probably like, eventually there's going to be restrictions on like who can create these channels, the space that you can have within these channels and whatnot. At a certain point, the bubble bursts, just like the housing market. It's going to happen. It's inevitable rather than, like, we'll see. It's inevitable.
And it's like, what did you do with your money?
Right.
And then, like you said, you go need that education still to fall back on.
Right.
So I didn't mean to get off topic with that. It was just something I was just thinking about. But yeah.
No, I get it. But again, as far as what I was saying, as far as like that emotional intelligence.
Yes.
And understanding like there's a way to go about things.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, David.
Yeah.
This is the crazy part. I don't know. He's an artist. I don't know exactly what he does, if he sings or raps. Yeah. I know more about him because of this whole thing that's been going on for almost 2 years.
Well, to find out, because I didn't know who he was too until you brought it up to me. So I guess he's a singer.
Okay, he's a singer.
He's a singer. Like, looking at him, I thought he was a rapper at first, and then I had to look it up. So I guess he had 2 viral hits that cracked, I want to say, the top 20 on the billboards.
Okay.
And then that's when he released his solo album, and then after that, Crocs and some other big people kind of put some money behind him.
Okay.
So he had a lot of endorsements from that. He was supposed to be going on a tour,
a world tour.
So that shows you that he, people like his music.
He has a following, yeah.
Yeah.
And to just get to that tour, I think the day that he was getting ready to head to start the tour, the first leg of it, they found the body, a dismembered body, in the trunk of his Tesla.
Well, we gotta probably rewind it a little bit for
I
those.
I feel like we gotta go forward then back.
Okay,
So like
I'm
that's
safe for those that don't know.
yeah. So that's where basically everybody was caught up to almost last summer.
Okay.
They find this dismembered body in his Tesla.
Yeah. So I guess we can go forward to go backwards. Me doing the research to find out people just found the body last year.
Yeah.
But according to reports and her mom, she's been missing longer than that.
Well, there were breaks. She was off and on missing. She would go missing.
Well, her mom said so they haven't seen her since she was 13.
But she was attending school though. Like
but
so I don't think she was at home.
Yeah. So she just left since she was 13. Yeah. There were messages that kind of for people, the internet investigators that indicated she was in trouble.
Yeah.
They did a podcast where he said that he trained her in social media training and how to handle the media. And one of the topics was rape. And, and she kind of like, wait, so what, you telling me that it's okay just to rape somebody? And then he kind of gave her that look, and then they kind of went off of air after that. Right. Also, it was a song, unreleased track that he had 4 months that he released after she went missing. And then before they even came out public and said that the relationship, they used to have a lot of pictures they posted, but all the pictures that they posted always covered her face.
Yeah.
Be like Home Improvement with Wilson.
Yeah, or it would be like these large group pictures. Like she would be close.
Yeah.
But it would be other people like in the pictures. Like there was one that I saw where and also how in the world was she getting out of the country like with him? That's wild to me. But there was this like they were in Paris or something like at a concert, and it was a bunch of people. But again, those like internet sleuths, they like if they zoomed in, they saw that they were holding hands. And it's like, okay, for those that don't know, this young lady, she was what, 13, 14?
13. People didn't come out with it until she was 14, but it happened around when she was 13.
Yeah, but really, that's neither here nor there. Like, it's minor.
Yeah,
and he's very much an adult. So, but that's interesting. I didn't know the thing about rape. So, was he trying to like get to like statutory rape or something? Or?
So one of the people on the live had a question about rape, and she was answering it, and in the middle of her answering it, he kind of cut her off.
Okay,
and was like, "See, I got her trained." With media training and stuff. And then she was just like, wait, what? So you just trying to tell me rape is okay? And then he kind of gave her that look. And then, she kind of laughed, they hugged, and then they just went off the air.
And nobody found this to be weird that like, well, obviously they were trying to make it seem as if she were within the same age group. Because like no one thought like, what's this kid doing here?
Yeah, and the weird thing about it is like they was in his house. It was just them two.
Yeah. That's
also, around the time when she was 13, again, this is where some of the clues should have popped up.
Yeah.
He had a song, and in that song, it had her name. It said, "Oh, Celeste, the one with my name on her chest. Her scent is on me like a cigarette." Yeah. Like, why?
Yeah, dude was leaving plenty breadcrumbs.
And nobody... Also... Celeste has a tattoo, like most artists, of "shh" on her index finger. He also has that same tattoo on his index finger.
Yeah. She also had another tattoo on her ring finger. Yes. I believe it was his initials. And just to jump ahead, the dismembered body that they found was missing the index and the ring finger. Till this day, they have not found those.
See? Matching tattoo. His initials.
So like it's the story is really crazy. They finally have put him on charges of murder.
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing is, it was so obvious from the beginning that he murdered this young lady.
Mm-hmm.
That was he would pay people to like give burner phones and stuff to her.
Yep.
They were arguing about like the relationship, and then was it like the day of, I believe, they had like got into like a text argument, and she basically was like, I'll blow this whole thing up.
Yep. And then even prior to that, like when they was trying to figure out where she was at, his mom told TMZ that she was dating somebody by the name of David. She just didn't know who he was.
Right.
But now we know who he is.
Yeah.
So it's like plenty of stuff was there.
Yeah, it's crazy because like he was like literally hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
Like he took this girl like out the country. He also took her to meet his parents in Texas. he has her name in songs. Even at his shows, he played like one of her like final voicemails. Like that's I feel like what's going to end up coming out is that this isn't his first.
And okay, so one of the interesting things about that too, that you just mentioned the last voicemail.
Yeah.
He has a song called One More Dance. And I found this was interesting. This was like, this motherfucker.
Okay.
So in One More Dance, in his video, it's him with a white suit on, bloody, and he's dragging a body in the trunk. And the lyrics, while he's dragging this body in the trunk, like he's dragging the body across the across the pavement, right? In this dirt road, he's dragging the body, he's putting it in the trunk.
Oh, like where
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And in the lyrics, while it's dragging him, the lyric says, "It's sad watching you go."
This nigga's a maniac.
So I'm like, usually when people do stuff like that, they're guilty about something and they're really confessing stuff without really confessing it. But that's their way subconsciously of saying, like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it for it to go this way. I didn't mean to do this, but I did it.
Now, for you to say, like, I didn't mean to do it, but I did it, this was premeditated.
Yeah.
You saw the stuff like, dude was he ordered shovels, a burn cage, which is weird because I don't know about the burn cage because obviously he didn't use it.
Yeah.
He the body bags. He ordered like a chainsaw or something. All this, a pool.
And then, according to the experts, he's not the only one involved because to do that to a body, you have to have several people.
Right.